What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome to the Kendall MMA full card prediction and breakdown for UFC on ABC in Abu Dhabi. Nurmagomedov versus Corey Sandhagen. I'm going to go through this real quick because I'm kind of short on time here. I'm tired as well, so we're going to break these down as not as quick as possible, but I'm going to kind of not waste any time unless the chat gets in here and it gets active with me. But other than that, man, what's up, Cranium? What's up, brother? Are you ready for Loopy? Wait for your girl to get some action tonight or tomorrow? What tonight? No, tonight in 2 minutes. Tonight in 2 minutes. But let me get this pulled up real quick. You guys see it? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See that well? Can I like zoom in on that? Yeah, I can zoom in. Do it like that. We'll do it like that. I bet. I bet. All right. Dude, I'm not ready for this, bro. I've been getting up early in the mornings now. I've been trying to fix my schedule a little bit. But let's go ahead and start this off with the prelim opener, the opener of the main or the opener of the card or whatever. Cedric Dumas, dumbass, versus Dennis Tululin. Dumbass finishing Dennis. Yeah. I'm gonna take Cedric Dumas to get this one done. Both these guys are pretty dog shit, bro. They're both pretty bad. Like Dennis Tululin is not good. He has some good striking, I guess, and that's really about it. But his grappling game is his whole. Like he gets taken down quite a bit. That's how he lost to G Rod. He got taken down and back of the head shots, whatever you want to say. But I mean, he did get his ass whooped by G Rod. And I don't know, Jung Young Park took him down as well and submitted him. Like it's just, I don't really like the grappling defense of Dennis Tululin. But when it comes to Dumas or Dumbass, not that good either. But you know what? He beat Cody Brundage. He beat Abu Zaitar. He lost to Ruzaboev, but that was like an eye poke and then he got finished. So it was kind of a weird finish. But Ruzaboev is pretty good in his own right, I guess, kind of. I don't know. Josh Frim took him down though and submitted him. I think did he take him down? Yeah, he did take him down. It was something weird, bro. Something weird. 11-10, almost a negative record. I know, like he shouldn't even be in the UFC anymore. Dennis Tululin. I don't know why he's not cut yet, but it is what it is. But Dumas, he took down Cody Brundage, I believe, and out-grappled him throughout their entire fight. So I think he might be able to implement the grappling against Dennis Tululin. Yeah, decision, but it's stupid. Maybe Tulin can have success on the feet and beat him that way, but they're both pretty fucking bad. We move on, bro. Fuck that fight. Jai Herbert versus Rolando Bedoya. Now, this one I'm kind of torn up on. I didn't really know who to pick here. Jai Herbert's getting kind of old a little bit now. He's getting up there in age, but he's still pretty good, right? Like he still has good striking. Like he hurt Ilya Taporia with the head kick at one point. Got put out later, out cold, which was pretty bad for him. But I feel like Jai Herbert's main weakness is the power. Like I think he has a really bad chin. So does Rolando Bedoya have good power? I don't know, man. I mean, he lost to Song Kanan. I mean, Chaos Williams. Like I was kind of like I had some hope for Bedoya because of the way he fought Chaos Williams, but since he lost to Song Kanan, I kind of lost all that hope. You know what I mean? What's up, Broke? How you doing, my man? How you been? Herbert used to be champ. Never heard of Brolando. He fought Chaos Williams, man. Like he had a good performance. It was on a short notice as well, and he came in, didn't get chinned by him, made a really close fight, which he could have won, but he didn't end up winning. It was a really close fight between him and Chaos Williams, and I thought I had some hope for Bedoya, but it's like Bedoya does low kicks very well, but so does Jai Herbert. The front kicks as well. Is this up a weight classes? No, it's not. Okay, so it is at 155, right? No, it's at welterweight, right? No, it's at lightweight. It's at lightweight. I think Jai Herbert is still very technical. It's just like he's very chinny. And does Bedoya have power in his hands? And I mean, maybe. Like he might have some power, but I think when it comes to the technical striking of things, I think Jai Herbert's better. I really don't know, man. I broke up with my girl the other day. What happened? Damn, bro. I mean, I feel bad. Feels bad, bro. You all good, brother? You chilling, my man? Goddamn, broke up for real. I mean, yeah, he dead ass broke up with his girl. He is broke. He's broke in the money department. Broke up with his girl. Everything about him is broke. Dead, dead ass. Um, I mean, he beat Cal Nelson though. Jai Herbert did. That's a kind of an aging or a well aging win, beating Cal Nelson. So it's not that bad. Took Ludovic Klein to a decision, a draw. Again, not that bad from Jai Herbert. Ludovic Klein's looking pretty good recently. So shit, I don't know. Do I pick the 0-2 guy in the UFC who's 27 years old, or do I pick the Chinny guy who has good striking who's 36? Everybody's picking Herbert, by the way, as well. I think I might side with the masses here. I'm going to pick Herbert by decision. He can make it boring as well. I made the fight between him and Fressiam pretty boring, which he lost, though. But Fressiam is taller than him, rangier than him. Kind of a tough fight for Jai Herbert. But Bedoya is not that rangy of a guy like Fressiam is. I'm going to take Jai Herbert to get this one done. I'm going to trust him this one time. Just this one time. If he gets put out by Bedoya, not anymore. I'm done. Moving on. Victoria Dudikova versus Sam Hughes. Can we skip this one? Please? Brosh's broken life. Yeah. I broke up with her purely because of lack of communication. I broke up with her purely because of lack of communication. Well, that's a good reason. If you're not talking to each other and there's no communication and things are getting toxic, that's a pretty well reason to break up with somebody. I guess when it comes to Dudikova versus Sam Hughes, fuck man. I'm gonna trust Dudikova. When it comes to women's MMA, bro, it's really unpredictable. And I'm gonna trust a 25-year-old woman who's 8-0, who can be a prospect over Sam Hughes, who is 8-6 and has been pretty mid throughout her UFC career. I mean, losing to Yasmin Uregui is fine. Pietro Rodriguez, like, not much wins. At least Reed has no grappling defense, so I don't know. But then again, like, Dudikova doesn't have any good wins on her record as well. Like, Jin Frey, cut. Stella Nunes, I believe, is cut, but she hurt her arm in that fight as well. Maria Silva, not a bad, that's a pretty good win, I would say. Won by decision. I'm going to take the prospect Dudikova, but I'm moving on. Fuck that fight. There were some days where she wasn't at work and would take like 12 to 13 hours for the reply. Yeah, she's not putting in the effort, bro. If she's not putting in the effort to talk to you every day, then yeah, I don't blame you at all, bro. Don't blame you one bit. Dudikova, move on. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, but yeah, if she's not taking the time out to like talk to you every day, then yeah, fuck that shit. I don't blame you, man. Here we go. Garam Kutateladze versus Jordan Vucinic. So Jordan Vucinic is a former Cage Warriors champion, getting his UFC debut. He looks pretty decent from what I've seen from him. He looks like he's pretty talented, but he is, I believe, a natural featherweight, right? Isn't he a featherweight? I believe. Well, I'm looking it up real quick. I believe he's a featherweight. I just gotta go to his other page, I guess. Let me check. What was this fight? No, that was at 155. What about this one? Yeah, 145. I believe he's a natural featherweight up a weight class on short notice against Gram Kutateladze, which is 145, which does worry me a little bit for Vucinic. I think he's good, but I don't know if I trust him to beat Gram, who is always been pretty good. I know he's on a 2-fight losing streak, lost to Ellsbrenner, but he was beating Ellsbrenner up until he got finished. Demirs Magulov. Demir has always been pretty good. Been inactive, though. That's the thing. He has been inactive. Felipe Silva, he beat. It's... Actually, hold on. Isn't Felipe Silva in the UFC? Didn't he just beat somebody as well? This is kind of irrelevant, but I mean, not irrelevant. Did he lose to Garam? Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong Felipe Silva, aren't I? Who am I thinking of who just won in the UFC? Who has that name? I mean, it's weird. She was going to college too. It was born to happen. I mean, you can make it work, but long distance, I think at your age probably isn't the best. Anyway, though, she's the past. Yeah, it's tough, man. You got plenty of time, bro. You're still young. You'll be chilling. Vichenik's last fight was at lightweight. Was champ at featherweight for a while. Yeah, he's pretty fucking good. And Garam is also pretty good. But a year off for Garam? I don't know, bro. He's been incredibly inactive. But Vucenic is coming in on short notice, up a weight class, but he already fought at lightweight before. UFC debut. Garam's a tough opponent for your UFC debut. Really, really tough guy to fight for your first fight in the UFC. Do I think he lives up to it? He's a sizable underdog. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here, man. I think Garam's washed. I think he'll break him. I think he'll break him. How many fights has he had go 5 rounds? Let me double check that. How many fights have gone all 5 rounds? I mean, one fight went all 5 rounds and he lost against Paul Hughes, which is not bad. Was this 5 rounds though? That was 5 rounds. He lost. I didn't watch that fight. I don't know if he gassed out or not. Fuck. But he gets finishes, has a good grappling game, can strike as well. I don't think Grom's going to have much success taking him down and controlling him. Dude, I might go for Chinnick here, bro. I might go for Chinnick. Bro, why is literally every single fighter super religious? Like, is it a requirement to be a fighter? I mean, besides all the Dagestanis, I mean, what else? I mean, there's the Dagestanis and there's like Benil Dariush, and that's really about it when it comes to like being super religious. I don't really know anybody else who's like that besides the Dagestani fighters who are all Muslim. So that's like a part of who they are. But yeah, I'm going to take Jordan Vucenic. I'm going to trust him with this. It's kind of a risky pick here. He is coming into his UFC on his debut fighting Garam, who's a tough opponent. It's on short notice, up a weight class, but he's already fought at lightweight before. He's really good, has good grappling, good submissions. He's good finishing ability. Striking is pretty good as well. Like, I think I trust Vucenic to maybe find a way to break Garam because he did get broken by Elsbrenner. But then again, Elsbrenner got dropped a few times in that fight. So it's a risky pick. I don't mind you taking Kutateledze here, but I think Vucenic is going to find a way to, I guess, out-scramble and just maybe find a way to break Garam. I think he might. But I don't think there's a single atheist fighter in the UFC. There definitely is. Definitely some atheist fighter in the UFC. Without a doubt, there has to be. Being a fighter requires discipline, and religion encourages discipline, so it goes hand in hand. Yeah, I agree with that. Benil loves to drone on. Benil loves to drone on about Jesus in Muslim countries too. So dumb. That's just, I don't know. I don't really mind it. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of just look past it for the most part. I don't really sit here and I'm like, oh man, religion. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them be them. And if all they do is talk about religion, then maybe they're just boring, and then I call them boring, and that's it. But I don't know. Even like some of these Dagestanis nowadays aren't like yeah, they're Muslim, but they don't really flaunt it like that anymore. Like I don't think Islam is like, I don't think Islam's whole personality is being Muslim. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird saying the name Islam and that being his religion as well. But you know what I mean? It also involves intelligence and fight IQ, and there's nothing rational about believing in a God, bro. I disagree. I really, really disagree. You have a problem with religious fighters? I don't think believing in a religion is like means you have bad IQ or you're not rational as a person. Like, yeah, like maybe I don't agree with everything that's associated with. I don't know. Let me rephrase that. Maybe yeah, like maybe I don't agree with religion all of the time, but I don't think that makes you a lower IQ person and that you're not intelligent. It's just a faith, a belief. All right, but I'm taking Vucenic. I'm taking Vucenic. Moving on up the card. Shamil Gaziev versus Dontel Mays. Fuck. Dude, what are these? I'm taking Shamil Gaziev. He's the best in the world, man. He got robbed by Rosenstrike. No, I'm kidding. You know, Gaziev is pretty bad, but he isn't. But he isn't worse than Dontel Mays. Dontel Mays has something wrong with him, bro. Um, it really bothers me that Dontel Mays is just like a heavyweight who does all this like exciting attacks, but they're like the most ineffective thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like really bad. I don't know what the fuck is up with Dontel Mays. Like he beat Cal Machado, but then again, Machado also lost to Mick Parkin. But like, is he really even any good? We don't even know that. Lost to Nascimento, did a bunch of dumb shit. Like, if you're talking about low fight IQ, I think Dontel Mays has that. He beat Andrei Arlovsky, which I guess is kind of a good win, but that's an old Andrei Arlovsky who has no chin anymore, and chinning him is not something that I think is a feat for Dontel Mays. Lost to Augusto Sakai, who's cut from the UFC. Hamdi Abdel Wahab, he lost to actually, but he was on roids. So Shamil Gaziev is pretty good, man. Not actually, no, I take that back. He's better than Dontel Mays. That's really about it. And I think when it comes down to it, do I think Dontel Mays has the equivalent of takedown defense as Rosenstrike? I don't think he does. I think Rosenstrike is just outright better than Dontel Mays. And I think this time Gaziev will find a way to get takedowns in this. And if that's the case, I think he wins pretty easily. It might be boring, low key, but he might get a TKO as well. I can see Dontel Mays gassing at some point. Because Gaziev, like, listen, even in that 5-rounder against Rosenstrike, even though he did kind of gas, like, he was still always having some level of output. Like, it wasn't like he was, I mean, he was gasping for air pretty badly, but I don't think he was like almost like, what's the right word? Like, he wasn't like in the ICU, bro. Like he could still function while he was gassed out. And I think Dontel Mays with the grappling will eventually probably just give up. I'm gonna take Gaziev by probably ground and pound TKO in like the second round, maybe first round. Either one works for me. Gaziev did out grapple was it Martin Bidet? Actually, he KO'd Martin Bidet on the feet. He KO'd Darko Stajic as well. Like, Gaziev does have some good wins on his record. I think he'll get this one done over Dontel Mays. He'll get the grappling going. All right. Let me read chat again. Sorry. Why does it concern you so much? Okay, whatever. Wasn't Mays the guy who broke Jones? Peck? I think so. I think it might have been him or somebody else. That one guy from PFL, I believe. What's his name? Maurice Green? Was that the guy? It was either him or Maurice Green. It concerns me when they drone about it too much, like in post-fight interviews. Keep it to yourself. God didn't help you win the fight. It was your training, bro. Let's let them be what they want to believe. I don't really. I mean, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't really agree with you. Maybe their belief is their religion. Maybe their belief is their religion helped them push through training, which doesn't affect training and potentially the outcome of a fight, which does affect. That could be a thing. Maybe their faith helped them push through hard times and that benefited their training. You know, that could be a good argument. I agree with Cranium. Listen, whatever you like, if you disagree fundamentally with the idea of religion, for some people that motivates them and that gets them going and that can help them in several different ways, like becoming a better person. Like, it's not all about sky god in the clouds, you know, creating the world. There's more than that. There's more to religion than that. I don't know. I'm gonna take Shamil Gaziev here. I think it's this one done over Dontel Mays. Dontel Mays is dog shit. Let's be real here. Moving on. Muhammad Yahya versus Kwai Fernandez. What the fuck? I don't know how to say his first name. Damn, why is he? He's a huge favorite. Fernandez is. Holy shit. Um, I think the UFC was making this fight because they thought it would be an easy win for Muhammad Yahya, but it might not be an easy win, and he might just get fucking outdone by Fernandez. I think Fernandez is a better striker. I think overall, fundamentally, he's a better fighter than Muhammad Yahya. I think he loses this one. I think he does. Um, Trevor Peak. Listen, I like Trevor Peak. He's a fun, exciting style. He does crazy, wild shit. He's really entertaining. But I think if you want to be anything in the UFC, you need to be the Trevor Peak. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be the Trevor Peak. He's just too wild, and he gasses out at times as well. Like, yeah, he's unorthodox, but you should be the Trevor Peak if you want to be anything in the UFC. And Fernandez losing to Mark Chikadze. Listen, Mark Chikadze does one thing. He shoots takedowns and he just hugs you. And going to a split decision versus him is not the worst thing in the world for Fernandez, but I think overall he just is better. And like he fought at LFA, it's a good promotion, has a head kick against a 21-5 opponent, KO over 6-0 opponent. Like I think that Fernandez here gets this one done over Yahya. I think he disappoints the Abu Dhabi crowd. Yikes. Gaziev lost, propelled his stock. I don't think so. He's still pretty shit. If it goes to a decision, they gonna give it to Yahya. Probably. There might be. That's the thing about this though, because the UFC they want like the only reason he's on this card is because that he's from Abu Dhabi. Let's be real here. I think he's the only. I think he's the only Abu Dhabi guy in the UFC. So the UFC wants to have like something behind him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But who has he beat before? 5-3-1 guy, 7-4 guy, 7-2, not that bad. 1-0, like I don't know, bro. If you're 9 fights deep into your pro career and you're fighting a 1-0 guy, like I don't know about that. You're fighting a 5-3 guy to get into the UFC. Like he screams stinky, and I think Fernandez has good kicks. Obviously, he has a head kick, a kick to the body, KO on his record. Yeah. Fernandez takes your liver. I agree. LFA, I think, is a better promotion than what is it, UAE. That's a pretty good promotion. I ain't gonna lie as well. I think I've seen several fighters come out of UAE who are pretty decent, but I think LFA is better. I like LFA more. I like Fernandez more. I think his striking is better. I'm taking Fernandez by decision, probably. Might get a finish here, honestly. He might get honestly, I might take him by KO TKO. I think I might take him by a body kick. Moving on, up the card. Alonzo Minifield versus Azamat Murzakanov. You know what, Murzakanov, I don't think will ever be anything at light heavyweight. I think he's too small. He's kind of like a smaller, chubbier dude for light heavyweight, but he is damn good, right? Like he is pretty decent for the most part. Who do you fight? Was it Jacoby or was it Clark? No. It was Tafon and Chukwi. He was getting fucked up by Tafon and Chukwi with the low kicks for like the longest part of that fight. I think it's like, sorry that I muted myself. Then gets a flying knee TKO, which was pretty insane and a pretty good finish, but he was losing to Tafon and Chukwi. So that does worry me. And Chukwi uses low kicks, I think, very effectively, even with how ass he is. And Alonzo Minifield doesn't really have that as a part of his game. The low kicks aren't like his forte. He's more so of a power puncher in the first round. I'm going to swing for your head. And if that's the case, then you better get KOs and you better look good while you're doing it. And when you have Jimmy Crute in front of you and he can have success and stay alive versus you, and Jimmy Crute is ass on the feet, man. He is terrible. He should only grapple ever. That's the only good aspect about Jimmy Crute is the fact that he can grapple. And if Minifield is going to a draw or a draw with him and having a pretty tough fight with him for the most part, like he was cracking Crute at times, but I don't like Minifield overall, man. I think his style is a bit too simple. He just kind of is in the rankings or kind of at the top of light heavyweight because of the fact that light heavyweight is such a shit division. If I'm being honest with you, lost to Carlos Olberg, got embarrassed in that one. He can be chinned. We haven't seen Mirzakhanov chinned yet. Has he been hurt all that often? I don't think so as well. But Mirzakhanov is explosive. He has good striking. I think overall he is better. Mirzakhanov round 2 TKO. I think it's a pretty easy pick. Dern wears less and less clothing at each weigh-in. She's preparing other career options for sure. For sure. I agree. But we move on up the card to Yoel Alvarez versus Elves Brenner. Now, I was pretty tight on this one as well because I don't know if I really like Alvarez is really good. Kind of a weight bully. He's 6'3" at lightweight, which is fucking ridiculous. He's like a Jalen Turner. But Elves Brenner is like a little mini Oliveira. He gets hurt every single fight, and that's what's going to worry me. And I think at some point, if you're getting hurt in every single fight, there's going to be a guy that's going to finish you at some point. You know what I mean? And Yoel Alvarez, when he hurts you, he finishes you for the most part. Like, he fucked up Moises. Sarukian, it is what it is. That's Sarukian. He's a top 5 lightweight right now. Mark Chikaze hurt him, finished him with a Darce choke. Pretty simple. I mean, like, he gets finishes so often. And if at any point, I think if Elsbrenner gets hurt by him, which I think he probably will, I think Alvarez gets this one done. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Hamzat might have actually ran through Leon. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I think he would have gassed. I think Bilal's gas tank is what got him the win over Leon for the most part. If Leon could survive a few rounds versus Hamzat, I think he fucking beats him, honestly. I think he gasses out. Bilal imposed his will, took him down with ease, just never lashed up subs when Leon turned his back. That is true. UL versus Brenner, certified banger. Yep. But on the flip side of what I was saying, right? If Alvarez can't finish Brenner, then does Brenner break him? You know what I'm saying? That's like the other argument for this. Like if Yoel Alvarez hurts Brenner at any point, he needs to finish him, because if he doesn't, then he might get broken as the fight goes on. Because Brenner's tough, man. Like, he fought with a roll by, and in the third round, he found a way to stay in it and have moments. Still lost that fight, but he was still in it for the third round. And that was at elevation as well. Don't forget about that. When he fought a roll by, that was in somewhere in Utah, I believe. I don't know. At elevation. Or was it Mexico City? I forget. Either one. Whatever, this guy, he dominated. Garam Kudzoledze was losing, was getting hurt quite consistently, then came out in the third round, broke Garam, and then finished him with a punch. That's just the thing about Elsbrenner is, like, do you trust him to survive versus a guy who has really good finishing instincts? I don't know. I think Alvarez is like a weight bully. I think he finds a way to get a submission over Elsbrenner, who's incredibly hurt. No, I'll say TKO. I'm going to say an early stoppage. I'm going to predict an early stoppage. Early stoppage for Yoel Alvarez. Only decision Yoel has been to, he's lost, Elves drowned, Garam, and drug a roll by into deep waters, trusting Brenner for this. I don't mind that argument either, man. I just don't know, because I think he will hurt Elsbrenner at some point. I'm telling you this, if Alvarez does hurt Brenner and doesn't finish him, then just live bet Brenner immediately. But do I trust that, though? Fuck, bro. I like Elsbrenner as well. I mean, he's 6'3", has a 5-inch reach advantage as well. Like, he's beaten Thiago Moises. Arguably, Alvarez has a better resume in the UFC. Again, he's long. He has good elbows. Again, very powerful. He can be out-grappled, though. We saw with Sarukian. He can be out-grappled. And maybe Elsbrenner can go for takedowns, but then again, like, these jiu-jitsu guys don't really have good offensive takedowns or good offensive wrestling. They just kind of, like, find a way to the back. And I think with how long Alvarez is, man, I don't think he'll find an opportunity to get to his back. But Elsbrenner can grapple. Fuck. You know what? I'll flip. I'll take Elsbender KO, TKO round 3, but it is dangerous. It is really fucking dangerous. I don't know though. I don't know. But here we go. Moving on to the second fight on the main card. Mackenzie Dern versus Lupi Godinez. Here we go. This is for Ukrainian. Lupi Godinez wins. Listen here. As long as Lupi stays safe on the ground, doesn't go for takedowns and get into a scramble with Mackenzie Dern and find herself into a triangle, she'll be fine. She wins this. But Mackenzie Dern can't strike worth a damn. And Lupi can. You know what I mean? She's incredibly active. She stays fighting. Fought 4 months ago. Fought 4 months before that or after that. Before that. Then fought 2 months before that. Then fought 4 months before that. Then fought a month before that. Like, she's incredibly active. She has good striking. She can wrestle, but I don't advise her to wrestle versus Mackenzie Dern because she might get choked out if she does that. But Dern is a one-trick pony. I think she is kind of checking out a little bit, man. I think her personal life has found a way into her fighting life a little bit. And, like, if you can stay safe versus Dern and stay on the feet, bro, like, you can beat her. She just doesn't have much in terms of what she offers on the feet. Like, I guess Angela Hill was the only person she was able to have success on the feet with so far in her past 5 fights. And she robbed Tisha Torres or Pennington, Tisha Pennington, whatever the fuck her name is now. Godinez can strike. Dern is decently hot with BJJ. Easy loopy if she fights smart. Exactly. I agree. I think she wins this as long as she doesn't get caught into a submission doing something stupid. You know what I mean? If it goes to the ground, if there's some weird scramble, just stand up and get back to the feet and just strike with her. Don't try to just don't play the game. If you're loopy, don't play the game. I'm going to bet she has good fight IQ and will not play the game versus Mackenzie Dern. I think she wins easy. Probably 3 rounds to none. Maybe there's one swing round in there where Dern gets close to a submission, but Godinez escapes it, and then it's like her round based on that submission attempt. But other than that, I think she wins 29-28, 30-27. I think she just goes out there and now strikes her for 3 rounds for the most part. Dern is just literally has no striking. She's all BJJ and just getting submissions out of nowhere pretty much. Moving on. Oh, fuck. Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. Tony. Tony's cooked, bro. Tony's cooked. Tony's done, man. He's been done for such a long time, bro. He's like almost malnourished now, man. Where's he training at? Knuckleheads Boxing. He's cooked. And Queso's not good either, but he's going to be so much bigger than Tony Ferguson. Like a lot bigger than him. He's already a huge welterweight. And Tony Ferguson still is a natural lightweight, in my opinion. I think he's malnourished now. It's just, when will Tony just give it up, bro? Like, I'm just tired of watching Tony. Like, I'm tired of watching him lose, bro. Tony needs to just put the gloves down, please. And he probably won't. Like, he'll probably get fucking arm triangled by Michael Chiesa and then, like, say, I have one more in me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he beats anybody in the UFC right now, man. I think he's really just done. I think that that loss to Gaethje forever ago just really took everything out of Ferguson, and everybody's been piggybacking off of that pretty much for the most part. And it doesn't help that Chandler flatlined, like almost killed you in the octagon as well. Like, lost to Patty, got submitted by Bobby Green, had a really bad performance versus Nate Diaz where he got guillotined and it wasn't even locked in yet. Obviously, the flatline KO from Chandler, the easy light work from Beneil Dariush that he had versus Tony. Like, Tony is not here. Chiesa on the feet isn't good. Maybe Tony might have one of those moments again where we're like, damn, Tony looked good in the first round. And then a second round happens. Chiesa takes him down, arm triangles him. It's over. That's what I see happening. I see like maybe a few good strikes from Ferguson. And we're all like, he's back. He's fucking back. And then he gets choked out not even 5 minutes later. Case is terrible. He's bad. But Ferguson right now at this point is worse. He's on like a what? 7-fight losing streak. My camera died. Nobody told me. Sorry. He's on a 7-fight losing streak. Yeah. Chiesa by submission. It is what it is, bro. I'll move on. Fuck that shit. Moving on to what should be the co-main event. And honestly, why even have this on the card? Like, you should have just made Cheeto versus Figueiredo, replace that with the Lemos and Janaroba main event, made them a co-main event. This should have happened earlier, in my opinion. I don't know why. This is a feature fight below Shower Bullet and Mikhail Zajic. Something stupid. I don't know what the UFC is doing, but in terms of this fight, I am going to take Cheeto. No. Figueiredo. No. You know what? I'll say this. Figueiredo has more options, right? And Cheeto can finish Figueiredo. Like, Figueiredo is chinnable. We know this. He can be hurt and he can be put down and he can be KO'd, TKO'd. And that's one thing for Cheeto Vera. But I think Figueiredo has a bit more options. He can grapple. He can strike as well. And when you compare their Rob Font fight, right? Because Cheeto Vera and Figueiredo both have fought Rob Font. Who looked better? Figueiredo did. Figueiredo shut down Rob Font. And you can say that was a worse version of Rob Font because you already had that loss to Cheeto Vera where he pretty much almost died to Cheeto Vera. But in between the moments that Cheeto Vera had with Rob Font, before like all of the knockdowns and the moments where he hurt Rob Font, Cheeto Vera was getting clearly outboxed by Rob Font. And the entire time that Figueiredo was fighting Font, it felt like Figueiredo was in control the entire time, and he hurt Rob Font in a moment. It just feels like Figueiredo's 36, but it always felt like Cheeto Vera, I felt like his striking was never really that good. Like, he just had power. He just found ways to get the job done for the most part. Like, I think Cheeto's mid. Cheeto's mid. Gets abused by O'Malley for 5 rounds. Gets shown levels against O'Malley. Pedro Munoz, he won, but very, very close fight. Sandhagen, somehow a split decision, but he clearly lost almost every single round in that, besides maybe like the 5th round or 3rd round. I forget which one it was, but he was getting he was clearly getting outclassed by Corey Sandhagen. Dominic Cruz was losing, was getting pieced up, but then he hits a head kick on Dominic Cruz. Then he hits another head kick on Dominic Cruz. Like Cheeto Vera seems like he's losing until he wins. You know what I mean? How was Cheeto fighting before O'Malley? I don't know. O'Malley, he's fighting what? Who's O'Malley fighting? He's fighting Marab in the Sphere, so it is what it is. Sean's best 10 years off of him. What? Oh, Sean beat 10 years off of him? Maybe. I think it's going to be a split decision. I wish this fight was 5 rounds. Yeah. He was losing like 2-1 to Old Man Cruz before the KO. Yep. Like, seriously, O'Malley beat decades off of Cheeto. It was scary. Only thing he has against Figgy is youth. Yep. I agree. I think Figgy's overall better. I think his flyweight skill has translated well up to bantamweight. He can grapple as well. And Cheeto Vera can be out grappled in the early rounds. Took down Garbrandt and choked him out. Made him look pretty easy for the most part. I mean, yeah, I'm taking Figueiredo here. I think he is just outright better than Vera, and he has more options than Vera. Vera's only chance is to like land something crazy on him and KO him and hurt him. It could be like that. Maybe Figueiredo is like always winning the fight, and then maybe at some points Vera just hurts him randomly at the end of the round, and then he wins 2 rounds off of that. That could be the case, but I think skill for skill, I think Figueiredo has more options, and I think he is better than Vera. It is what it is, man. I'm taking Figueiredo to win. Taking Figgy. Figgy was losing to Cody before the finish. I mean, like, I guess so, but it was like barely. Like maybe he got like, huh? Let's look at the stats, bro. Look at the stats real quick. Yeah, he out. It's only what it was 2 rounds, right? Yeah, it was 2 rounds. I mean, yeah, but it was like barely, barely. Unlike Cheeto, Figgy Justin takes the path of least resistance, doesn't stand after eating a flush knee. He mixes the martial arts. I agree. I think he has options. He can go for takedowns. He can strike with Cheeto. If things get iffy on the feet with Cheeto, then he might just go to the grappling and take him down, and Cheeto can be taken down. So I'm taking Figueiredo to get that one done. I think he wins, but I wouldn't be shocked if somehow Vera knocks him down a couple times and gets a draw or gets a win off of that. Moving on up the card to Shara Magomedov versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I guess turns out that Kevin Holland didn't break Mikhail's arm. I think he just dislocated it, but that was 2 months ago. Feels like 2 weeks ago. Oh my god. I don't like Shara Bullet as well, man. But I think he wins, bro. He just wins. He has good low kicks. Mikhail has like a really awkward overhand, but he has power. But again, he just had his arm completely dislocated. Shower Bullet wins, bro. What do I have to say? I don't know. I think Mikhail might do it. I don't know, man. I think. Here, I'll show you this. I saw this on Twitter. I'll show you guys this real quick. Not now. Can y'all see this right here? All right, if you can't see it, I'll read it to you. So this is Mikhail Zichik on Instagram, right? This was like 2 weeks ago. Somebody commented on his post saying, will you think about KSW when you lose a fight? KSW is another promotion. It's a really good promotion, but it's not like UFC level. And then he replies with, if I lose the fight, and it will probably happen, I'm done with sports. So it's like Mikhail's already contemplating just being done with fighting in general. Like already being done. That shit lost in translation. All right, well then we'll copy paste it. We'll go to a more credible one. If I lose the fight, and it will happen, I'm out of sports. I'll do another one. We'll do Google Translate as well. If I lose the fight, and I probably will, I'm done with the sport. Okay, let's do another one. Translate.com. What is this, Polish? What is this, Polish? I don't know. Shad gets fed Bo Nickel, win or lose, to be honest. No way he meant that. Probably meant won't. No way, bro. Has that mentality. I'm trying to, like, what else can be your interpretation? It's just not working. Let me find something else. I mean, everything that I'm looking at translator wise, like, let's just iTranslate. Let's Google Translate. Microsoft Translator. We'll try this. I know I don't want to do that. Fuck that. What's Wago? Wago. Let's try Wago out and see where we get. If it even fucking works. Oh, it's only on the fucking phone. Never mind. Not doing Wago. We'll do Reverso. That's why I know that works. What is his language? I'm trying to figure this out, bro. Sorry. Okay, it is Polish. That's French. Let's get it back into English. If I lose the fight, and it probably will, I'm done with sports. Rephrase. If I lose the fight, which is likely to happen, I'm done with sports. If I lose the fight, which is a possibility, I'm done with sports. If I lose the fight, as it is likely to happen, I am done with sports. If I lose the fight, which is likely to happen, I'll stop playing sports. If I lose the fight, which is likely, I will be done with sports. If I lose the fight, which is likely to occur, I will quit sports. Like, no matter which way you try to retranslate this, he's already cooked, man. He's already he already has a losing mentality. You know what I mean? Like, no matter which way you spin it, like in translation, literally, not literally, he's saying that he's pretty much done with sports if he loses to Shara Bullet. So like his mindset's already pretty cooked, bro. So I'm thinking Shara Magomedov, he'll just low kick him to death. Macau is not invested. Moving on. Probably a joking response to a troll comment. All right, well then we'll go through that one as well, bro. We'll fact check this shit, man. We'll fact check it. We'll translate this shit. What's this one? If you lose the fight, will you think about KSW? We'll rephrase it. If you are defeated in the fight, will you contemplate KSW? Will you ponder over KSW if you lose the fight? It's a pretty straightforward question. I don't think it's a troll question at all. It's not a troll question. This guy isn't joking or trying to be an asshole. It's like, if you lose, do you want to go to KSW? You know? No troll whatsoever. We're doing this one as well. If you lose the fight, will you think about KSW? No matter which translator app you put it into, I don't think it's a troll comment. Maybe if it's like something I'm missing in there. But from what I can translate, it seems like a very straightforward question. He's not into it, bro. He's cooked. Corey the run KO. We'll see. Hello, what's up, Western? How you doing, my man? How you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm chilling. How have you been? That's the real question, my man. But let's get into the main event. Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar Nurmagomedov. Why is he such a huge favorite? Then like this pisses me off, right? Why is Umar a minus 330 favorite over Corey Sandhagen? What the fuck? The guy's beating nobody. Damn. It's like people saying back to the B leagues. You know, Cranium, maybe you are right, but if somebody was trolling you, how would you respond? I don't think you would respond with, if I lose, man, I'm going back to, I'm done, I'm quitting. Like maybe he wasn't being entirely truthful with quitting. Like maybe he won't just quit the whole entire sport and stop fighting forever. But like, I don't think he was, like, you wouldn't respond that way to somebody insulting you about going back to the B leagues. I think you'd be like, I'll whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Doing all right. Thanks for asking, my G. Glad you're doing okay, man. And I appreciate you being in here as always. Sandhagen is gonna get his Sandhagen is gonna pants his goat lover and then finish him with a flying knee. Okay, let's talk this out. Let's talk this out. Corey Sandhagen has been improving steadily with his grappling over time, especially his offensive grappling, as offensive wrestling. He was able to out grapple Rob Font for that entire fight. Very boring, but apparently he hurt his arm. Out grappled Cheeto Vera for like 3 rounds of their fight before striking with him. Song Yidong couldn't take him down, but tried to grapple with him. Petr Yan didn't try to grapple with him. Dillashaw got out grappled by Dillashaw. Obviously on the feet, Sandhagen is night and day better than Umar Nurmagomedov, but let's not underrate Umar. Like, he has good striking. He was able to put down Hany Barcelos with a nice left hook after he caught his kick or something like that. Like, he has power. He did get dropped by Bekzat Almakhan. He got dropped by him just for a second, though. I'm tripping, bro. I don't know who to pick. I'm tripping a lot. It's like fighters taking offense to being mentioned being cut, going to Bellator, PFL, etc. He doesn't want to dishonor himself, so he'll just quit. Yeah, like I don't. I mean, maybe you're right, Cranium. Like, maybe you're right. But him adding the point where he's like, I guess so. I mean, like, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe you're right. I don't know. But still, I think Sharp Bullet still wins anyways, even with that logic. Even if I am overthinking it, I still think Sharp Bullet wins. What's up, Barbecue? How you been, my man? Happy Friday. Umar's last fight was close as fuck. Don't overthink it. Go with the gut. You know what my gut is, bro? My gut is Umar. That's my fucking gut. But I don't like that. I don't want Umar to win. I want Corey to win. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Umar, fight O'Malley next. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see it, but I think he wins. I think even though he did get dropped by Almakhan, he still showed like a very, very high level of grappling skill, of wrestling skill. Like, he showed how to get control very, very easily. Like, Umar has good control in top position. And I think if he does get Corey down at any moment, he can make this fight very fucking boring. And Sandhagen, like, yeah, he KO'd Frankie Edgar. Welcome to the club. But who has he hurt outside of that? Rob Font. I mean, it was mainly grappling, but he didn't hurt Rob Font at all, who is chinny. Cheeto Vera, different equation. Cheeto Vera has like fucking skin made of steel, whatever. Song Yidong cut him open, but never hurt him, but he's a good chin as well. Petr Yan, never hurt him. Dillashaw. Didn't he hurt Dillashaw at one point? If I'm remembering correctly. I think he dropped Dillashaw, didn't he? I think he dropped Dillashaw. But that was a Dillashaw. He was coming off, 2 years off of the sport, who was an older man, who also tore his ACL in that fight, I believe. I don't know, bro. Bekzat landed 1 punch and got dominated for the rest of the fight. Literally only 6 punches to Umar's 300. Yeah, it is true. Umar Hamzat's his ass. That's what I'm leaning towards, bro. I don't want to see it, though. But I think we're going to see a boring fucking fight with Umar. He has next level grappling. And Sandhagen, I don't think is powerful enough to really punish Umar. His striking is good. We know that about Corey Sandhagen, but we know Sandhagen at this point, let's be real here, if we do MMA math, who has the better striking? O'Malley, Sandhagen. I think with their Cheeto fight, I think that O'Malley proved that he had better striking than Sandhagen because he embarrassed Cheeto, while Sandhagen, even though he did beat Cheeto Vera on the feet, it was still kind of close. You know what I'm saying? Corey dropped Dillashaw, but they didn't count it. I faintly remember that I think he wobbled him. I'm pretty sure he wobbled him. Dillashaw was in good shape when he fought Sandhagen, yeah. Yeah, he was in good shape physically, but I would say he was still rusty from not fighting after such a long time. Like, we'll even check it out real quick. Let me get rid of this and go back to the other opinion topology. Let me check Dillashaw. Um, okay, Corey Sandhagen was in 2021. Damn, it's been that long since that fight. Holy shit. Yeah, 2019. It was 2 years off. No, sorry. Yeah, 2019. It was 2 years off. And he can't be chinned as well. Like, we've seen Dillashaw be hurt numerous times in his career. So, like, it's not like he has a super granite chin type deal. Dillashaw was old, and he still gave Corey a competitive fight. His fights are very close, rarely a clean victory for Corey. Yeah, they're always typically pretty close. Besides, I would say the Cheeto Vera one, that fight wasn't close at all. A Rob Font as well, but that was a boring grappling fest. That was Corey Sandhagen in that fight. Sandhagen, sorry, not Sandhagen. Song Yudong was a pretty close fight up until the doctor stoppage. He was still winning that fight pretty comfortably, but it was still pretty competitive, I would say. Petr Yan obviously was very competitive. Lost the last 3 rounds, I believe. He won the first 2 and then lost the last 3. But just, like, sorry, I'm bringing up the O'Malley comparison. But when O'Malley fought Petr Yan, when O'Malley fought Petr Yan, Yan had to grapple him. Yan didn't have to grapple up Sandhagen. He was on the feet striking with him. My whole point here is that I think maybe Sandhagen's striking, even though it is very technical and that it is very, very good, maybe it isn't like maybe it isn't as elite as we think. You know what I'm saying? And if Umar can find ways to get takedowns on Sandhagen, I think it's over. I think it's a done deal. Dillashaw beat him on paper. I mean, yeah, on paper, but Sandhagen won that fight for sure. I think Aljo still beats Corey, and O'Malley beats Corey in a razor close fight. And it's a good point, Crane. I forgot about that. Aljo got the back of Sandhagen and choked him out in a round. And now Aljo is really good, but that tells me that Sandhagen can be choked out. And of course, Sandhagen's improved since that Aljo fight. But, like, I think there's only so much you can improve on in that amount of time. Like, if you're a natural grappler like a Aljo and a Umar, like, you're always going to have a leg up on a guy like Sandhagen who's getting into grappling kind of late into his MMA career. You know what I'm saying? Dillashaw beat him with one shoulder. Who? Not Sandhagen. I think he tore his ACL in that fight. I think his shoulder was against Aljo, which he got dominated because he had one arm. But end of the day, man, I'm gonna take Umar Nurmagomedov here, bro. I don't like the pick. I'm gonna take the pick. Hopefully Corey wins. I'm rooting for Corey to win. Umar just, I think, has different levels of grappling right now, and I think it might take somebody who can chin him to get him out of there. I think you have to chin Umar very early to win against him, and I really only see like O'Malley doing that right now at bantamweight. I don't think Sandhagen has enough power in his hands to catch Umar and put him out and get him out of there early into the fight. Corey can probably flying knee him. That's probably his best bet, is the flying knee. But that's really about it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to striking on the feet, I think the only way Sandhagen probably KOs Umar is with a flying knee. And that's like a historically low success strike to throw. Corey still exposes his back. He's better offensively with grappling, but shows the same flawed defense, giving up the back. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Like, his offensive grappling has improved, but we haven't seen his defensive grappling yet. Like, since the Aljo fight, Dillashaw had control of his back at several moments, had control overall in the grappling at moments. Petr Yan didn't grapple with him. Song Yudong didn't grapple with him. Cheeto Vera, he took down. Rob Font, he took down. So we haven't seen... The last time we've seen Corey Sandhagen fight a grappler who's trying to take him down was TJ Dillashaw, which he was successful in doing. You know what I mean? O'Malley has good jiu-jitsu, scrambles, gives Umar a tough fight. I would pick O'Malley to beat Umar. The more I think, the more I grow confident in Sean beating Corey. I'm I fully believe that O'Malley would beat Corey Sandhagen. I summon Lane. What the fuck is that, Western? What is that? But you know what? I'm taking Umar. Fuck it. Picks are in. Picks are locked. We'll do a quick recap real quick, man. God damn. I picked Umar. I'm hoping I regret it, man. Corey is a jack of all trade but master of none. He loses to specialists like Jan. I'll joke. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I would say he's I would say he's pretty elite in the striking. But is he like O'Malley levels? Is he like I feel like he's almost like I feel like he tries too hard to be as technical and different as possible when it comes to his striking. Like his one interview, he's like talking about controlling the space and like he wants to be in this different world or whatever in that one interview that he had. I think he almost thinks too much about how he's going to approach a fight when it comes to striking and analyzing it a bit too much. And sometimes just make it simple. I feel like Sandhagen, to his detriment, to his own detriment, goes out there and tries to make it all complicated and shit. And it kind of backfires on him at times. You know what I'm saying? But we'll recap on our picks. I'm taking Umar over Sandhagen. I'm taking Shower Bullet over Mikhail Sacek. I'm taking Figueiredo over Vera. I'm taking Queso over Ferguson. I'm taking Lupi over Dern. I'm taking Elsbrenner over Yoel Alvarez. Worried about that one. I'm taking Mirzakhanov over Manyfield. I'm taking Fernandez over Yaya. I'm taking Gaziev over Mays. I'm taking Vucinic over Garam. Another iffy pick. I'm taking Dudakova over Hughes. Herbert over Bedoya. And Dumbass versus Tiddler. The Tiddler. Yep. Corey's Kryptonite is specialists who have basic understanding of in all areas and master of one. Sandhagen is trying to master them all. Yeah. I think I agree with that, Cranium. It's a good logic. He tries to do too much in his fights. Pulls out the lab coat and the beakers just to lose to Jan, spinning back fist combo on O'Malley's pullback. I mean, I agree with you, bro. It's like, I think he goes in there, he's like, I'm going to go for a takedown at this point in the fight. I'm going to pump my jab and move to the non-power side. I'm going to do this. I'm going to fake with this and set up for this. And it's just like, nah, bro, just throw a 1-2 and you might KO him low key. You know what I'm saying? Umar hasn't proven his worth. IMO got to ride with Corey. That's fair. That's fair, Western. I don't mind that logic, bro. Umar hasn't fought any top contenders at bantamweight yet, and you can just go ahead and ride with that. It's not bad logic whatsoever. I just I don't know, man. I am worried. Umar finishes Corey IMO. Is this the guy you brought in here, Weston? He disagrees with you. He disagrees with you. Dillashaw has a better chance of beating O'Malley than Corey does. No, I disagree with that. I think well, Dillashaw's on roids right now. You see that podcast he does? He's not natty anymore. I mean, he hasn't been natty for a long time, but he's openly on gear now. So I don't think Dillashaw's ever coming back. I think Dillashaw is fully retired now. It's got to be because he's openly talking about being not natty anymore, taking peptides and stuff. Lane is not a guy, but yes, so it's a woman. I'm confused. Anyways, yeah, but I don't agree with that. Well, I mean, I guess so. If the UFC does allow Dillashaw to come back on roids, then maybe he does beat O'Malley. But obviously, Dillashaw has good wrestling, almost Lomachenko style angles and striking, and great cardio. Only problem is his bum shoulder, and he's on gear, and he's a cheater, and his chin as well. Like he has he is pretty chinny at times. Like I think I see O'Malley putting him down and TKOing him. Shit. Oh no, my camera just fucking fully broke. That's not good. There we go. We're back. Cool. I thought my shit broke. I moved my monitor earlier and it fucked up my whole cord. I need to buy another cord. Dillashaw is only stopped by his shoulder and roids and his chin. What's confusing? Lena's one of the cool chicks. Good pal. I don't mind. I don't mind her. Is it actually a girl? I like, you're just fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Can't find the chin when he's cutting angles. I mean, Sandhagen found the chin, right? Who else on the chin? He's been TKO'd before, hasn't he? Cejudo found the chin. But then that was at flyweight and he was cutting weight. Blah, blah, blah. John Dodson found the chin. That's for sure. Remember, Dillashaw has Loma-style angles, but even Loma eats punches, bro. Even he takes a punch on the chin. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can have a style that makes you hard to hit, but eventually you're going to get hit at some point. Only KO losses are out of flyweight. Drain Dillashaw. I mean, he's still been hurt at bantamweight. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, his only KO losses are at flyweight, but he's still been hurt and wobbled at bantamweight as well. Nah. Literally, Corey Sandhagen wobbled him. Earlier in chat, you're like, he dropped him, but it didn't count as him being dropped. It literally happened. You just said it a second ago. What do you mean? Shavkat a roll by. What the fuck? Your names are tripping me out. It's Killishaw. Why are we calling him Killishaw? What's up with you and calling him Killishaw? Never dropped officially a bantam except Corey. So now you're walking it back, huh? Now I'm gonna fact check you on that. I'm gonna go through every single one of his bantamweight fights and see if he's been dropped officially. Here's UFC stats. Okay, we'll check the Sterling one. I don't think Sterling dropped him technically. Oh, wait. You said never been finished. Hold on. You said, I mean, never mind. You said the whatever, the one arm thing. I won't hold you to that. Sandhagen. See if they actually counted that as well. No, I want to see the stats. There we go. Here are the stats. Yeah, no official knockdowns. Cejudo was at flyweight. Was Garbrandt? Garbrandt was bantamweight, right? Did Garbrandt ever drop him? No. Dillashaw dropped him twice. Yep. John Lineker? No. Wait. Garbrandt does have one knockdown over Dillashaw in their first fight. One knockdown on paper. Here it is. On paper. Garbrandt does have one knockdown at bantamweight against Dillashaw. Yeah. I was right. Aljo couldn't even drop a one-arm Dillashaw. Had to snuggle him. Okay, bro. When Dillashaw went killer on Cody, I mean, he did fuck him up both times. But it's against your argument. So the Sun Sal fight, that's a bantamweight, correct? Nope. No official knockdowns. Dominic Cruz. No official knockdowns. Hendon Brow, I believe no official knockdowns as well. Joe Soto. No. I'm just stat checking you real quick. We did Hendon Brow already. And they fought him twice, right? No. Mike Easton. No. A Sun Sal again? He fought him twice? No. All right, whatever. One time without him being injured against Aljo, and we're not counting, he's been officially knocked down. Oh, it's right here. Why did I click on them all? It's right here. Was it a flyweight or was this at this John Dodson one? Was this bantamweight or flyweight? Doesn't tell me what weight class. No, it was bantamweight. 2 times he's been knocked down. 2 times. Killshaw did spar Loma, explains the similarities. I mean, like he's kind of had his own style, I think, in my opinion. I think it's kind of his whole Dillashaw style. But with that being said, guys, it's 1:00 in the morning. I'm tired as fuck. I want to get myself a shower and sleep. I ain't gonna lie. Dodson used to be a problem. I know. What happened to Dodson exactly? He's a flyweight, I think, so things just kind of fucking sucked for him. It's kind of out of my realm. I wasn't really like a huge fan of the UFC when Dodson was around. When was his last UFC fight? 2020. I was in it, but I wasn't like a hardcore fan. And he started losing fights. That's really about it. Started losing. Hey, based goddess. Based goddess. Dodson kept going up and down between fly and bantamweight. Yep, that's what I could see. That division sucked back then anyways, but he was one of the 5 that were good. Yeah, I agree. Dodson dropped Jan bad, almost TKO. Did he? I don't remember that. I mean, he beat Nathaniel Wood, which is a good win still to this day. It's a good win. Lost to Marab. Piotr Jan, he lost to, but apparently he hurt him. Look up the stats. We're going to stat it. We're going to stat it. Where is he? Come here, John Dodson. You small man. Yeah, got a knockdown on Jan. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't watch that fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh my god. But hold on, real quick. Let's just go back and do the recap of the picks today. Blah blah blah. Taking Umar. Oh, real quick, guys. Yeah, real quick. I didn't even announce this. If you want to join the topology group, join that, please. Please, you can compete against me. And in the future, you'll win prizes. Hold on, let me check. Join the group. I'm gonna link it in the chat. 15 members. Submit your picks as well. If you're on the group and you're in this chat, submit your picks, please. Let me go ahead and link this bad boy. Go ahead and link that. If you want to join. It's cool. You submit your picks, keep track of mine, and your own as well. And it's fun. If not, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Dropped Jan. Dropped Jan. Then Jan went Killshaw and pulled bro's hair. Bro, it's so weird, Cranium, because you know all of this like old stuff, or like that's pretty decently old, but there's all this new stuff you don't fucking know. You don't even know who Bedoya was. Like you're a casual, my man. You didn't know who Bukowskis was. You didn't know who what's his name? He just fought Yuri. I'm blanking on his name. What's his name? You didn't know who Alexander Rakic was? You didn't know who Rakic was? But you know all this fucking hair pulling back in the day with Dillashaw and John Dodson? Are you just an old head? But you watch me, like you're here every week, so you have to watch the cards. I don't know. You gotta know these guys. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Do you know who CB Dalloway is though? Do you know this guy? Come on. Gotta know this guy. This guy's a legend of the sport. I'm fucking with you. I'm kidding. Bum Doya, Bum Caucus, Bum Kitch, Bum the way. You're tweaking. Listen, I'm staying on business. You heard me? Anyways, join the group, guys. I'm gonna call it a day though. I'm tired, man. I've been up since 9 a.m., bro. I'm not feeling it. I had a physical today. The doctor was there for 2.5 hours. I sat on my phone for probably 95% of that, bro. I was fucking. It was so boring. Never heard of them because they bums. You're cut, bro. I'm banning you. Taking your model away. I'm kidding. Bum away is crazy. I know. Good night, Pookie. Don't call me fucking. I'm gonna find you, Cranium. We're gonna spar. We're gonna spar, and I'm going to spam oblique kicks. Only oblique kicks when we spar. Just know that. Good night, brother. Yeah. Good night, guys. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, Cranium. Thank you, Western, as always. Thank you, Base Goddess, for hopping in here for a little bit. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Shadcat, a roll by. What a name. Thank you, Lane. That might have been it, bro. It's been a very barbecue as well. Broke as well. The man is broken always possible. Rick Allen, the religious hater. Thank you guys so much for hopping in here, man. I'll see y'all later, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the fight card. The fight starts at, what time does the fight card start? Sorry. Starts at 12 p.m. Eastern. So I'll probably be, I might tune in for the Vucinic fight. So I'll probably be in here probably around 1 or 1:30 or so. I'll be live streaming it. So if you guys want to hop in, hang out with me and watch the card with me, you're more than welcome to. But I'm out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. I'll see y'all later.